Welcome back to Hypergeek. I'm your host, Kuya Boss nga pala mga tol. This is a redo of the intro kasi nawala ng internet. But again, this is a very special recording mga tol dahil sa ngayon, kung mapansin nyo, wala tayo sa actual nating bahay. We are recording live and we are with guests. Ngayon, ipapakilala ko sa inyo in a bit. Kailangan ko lang muna sabihin sa inyo na dahil nga special tong episode na to, hindi lang ako yung nagpo-produce this time. We have Nerd Herd in production of this very special recording in Baler. No? We are now in Corazon de Baler. Ito yung lugar namin sa ngayon and we are hosting this episode live on Facebook sa ngayon. Lalabas din to on YouTube and on Spotify, kaya lang, syempre, hindi na live yon. Kaya kung gusto nyo magpabate, dito na kayo, mag-comment na kayo dyan sa baba. No? And now, to introduce our guests, as I mentioned, this is a very special episode. Meron tayong tatlong napakagwapo na guest dito. Pare, kita-kita nyo, I think familiar na kayo sa kanila kasi nakikita nyo sila sa laki ng gaming industry sa ngayon. No? And ang magiging topic natin ngayon, mga tol, just to reel you in kung ano yung pag-uusapan natin is what made you a gamer? No? Bakit kayo naglalaro hanggang ngayon? Saan ba ito nagsimula? At ano yung mga bagay na makes you stay into playing games? No? Kasi ngayon, dito sa mga guests ko, mga tol, as I mentioned, matagal na sila sa industry and they even created a career out of it. So, without further ado, pare, pakilala na natin isa-isa. We have Coach Pika here, Direct Colix, and Anvin Highground, pare. Ito, hindi to nawawala sa mga hosting gig. Sa SM, palagi to. Hindi na nga namin to nakikita eh. Pero mamaya na yan.
Bakit bigyan bigla may focus sa akin? Parang wala kanina yun.
Oo. Hindi, kailangan yun kasi just have to mention nga, there's already a career in what they do. No? Kasi ako, usap-usap lang ako dito, mga tol. Di pa tayo kumikita eh. Diba? Pero these are actually the guys who made it right now. And just to jumpstart this episode, mga tol, gusto ko itanong, simulan natin kay Pika. No? Mm-hmm. Pika, introduce mo naman yung sarili mo sa mga natin, listeners natin. Mm-hmm. And gusto ko rin itanong, what started all of this career muna, bago yung actual topic natin.
Right. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Pika, Coach Pika or Pika Lozano. Some of you may know me. I've been in esports for about 10 years now. Been playing my game Tekken for 20 years or so. And madami na ako naging trabaho before that. Pero just to, again, fast forward a little bit, dito ako ngayon and I'm staying here because I love what I'm doing. I'm a former professional player, currently a coach, content creator, commentator, and streamer for Tekken and other games as well. Tapos, yeah, it opened up opportunities for me. Sabi nga ni Kuya Balls, it's very effective as a gateway to be professional in some way. I'll do that later. Pero yeah, Tekken is where my heart is, admittedly, among other things. So very, very glad to be here. Thank you.
You mentioned, pare, kailangan ko lang talaga ulit. Kailangan ko ulit tanong, no? Kasi this is a review of what we did earlier from the intro. Mm-hmm. You mentioned 10 years in industry already. 2026 na ngayon, mga tol. And that's 2016. Kaka-graduate ko lang noon, pare. Pero si Pika is already doing esports and is already in the scene. So, can you walk us through anong nangyayari way back in 2016? What it feels like? How many people are already involved in that time sa eksena and especially in Tekken?
Yeah.
No?
So, I'll be honest, ang Tekken kasi medyo relatively young compared to other esports titles. Like, yung mga nakagis na natin, if not to compare, yung Counter-Strike, the Dota, matagal na talaga yun.
Matagal na yan.
But Tekken, when it came to being part of esports, medyo fresh pa. 2016, hindi pa siya ganun ka noticed or recognized as an esport per se, or at least not in our country, hindi pa sa Philippines. So, nitong time na to, kaka-start ko pa lang sa commentary, sinisilip ko pa lang siya, I feel na, oh, this is nice. Why are not many people doing this yet? Sabi ko nun. And then eventually, natuwa na ako sa kanya. Like, I enjoyed doing commentary, but it wasn't until 2018 na nagkaroon na ng pagiging professional talaga. So, license and all that. Plus, eventually, major tournaments. I started doing commentary na for major tournaments of Tekken specifically. Masaya siya. And then, during the pandemic, medyo nag-branch out ako sa ibang games. Kasi, nag-die down ng konti yung community. Kasi nga, pandemic. Right? So, doon na pumasok yung pagbalik ko explain ko mamaya. Yung sa FPS.
Okay, okay.
Yung sa FPS. We'll talk about that origins later. Pero yun nga, yung sa, pumunta ako sa Call of Duty Mobile also, sa PUBG Mobile, Valorant, Mortal Kombat, ngayon, going back to Crossfire and all that. And same thing, I feel the love for commentary.
Okay.
Right? Kasi nga, hindi na ako nagko-compete professionally in Tekken, but I found love elsewhere. Diba?
I see.
So, yun na yun, sa commentary. Hosting, by the way, I never got to bring that up. Plus, sobrang neophyte ko sa content creation. As in, bagong-bago pa lang. Siguro, 2 years max. Counting pa yung ngayon siguro, yeah, a little over 2 years.
Pero balikan ko yung sinabi mo, no? There's license already sa Tekken. I mean, sino nagbigay ng license? Is it Bandai Diretso?
Rather, it's government issued.
Government issued.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
So, like, yung sa akin, ang kinuha kong license at the time was for analyst. Kasi being a commentator, parang mas dun siya nag-entail. You're an analyst eh. Diba? And then eventually, when I became a player naman na license, and then coach naman. So I had those 3 different licenses.
I see. O, mas palalimin pa natin yun mamaya, no? Pero, salamat, Pika.
Of course.
Direk, Colix, pakilala ka naman sa mga viewers natin and kwento mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo sa ngayon for esports and ano yung naging history mo din before.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Derek Colix. Matagal na ako, in terms of gaming, matagal na talaga ako. Like bata pa lang,
Okay.
hilig na ako maglaro.
Okay.
Pero yung esports journey ko, nag-start siya during the pandemic, 2019. So 6 years ago. Doon talaga ako, kasi
2019.
pandemic, wala namang magawa eh.
Di pa kayo magkakilala ni Pika noon?
Hindi
That
pa.
time?
Hindi
Ah,
pa.
wala
Hindi
pa.
pa.
Wala pang canon event na nangyari? Okay,
Wala.
okay.
Wala.
So, pandemic that time, so walang magawa yung mga tao kundi manood, mag-scroll kung ano-ano. And then of course, dun din tayo nahilig maglaro talaga ng mga mobile games. So sa mobile games, na-addict ako sa CODM.
Okay.
So by that time, mahilig akong mag-livestream through my phone.
Okay.
Yun lang talaga yung tool ko before.
Hulaan ko, wala ka ring muka.
Wala.
Okay.
Pero
phone lang eh.
ang pinaka-unique doon sa livestream ko, kahit naka-phone lang ako noon, andun yung mga logos.
Okay. So
Kasi-
it was already well produced.
Kasi imagine, naka-phone ka, yung iba kasing livestream, like yung feed lang talaga ng phone. Pero ako may mga logos, yung mga nagla-like, nakikita sa screen, kahit naka-phone.
Okay.
So production talaga yung utak ko talaga.
Kumbaga may overlay na siya, kahit nasa phone lang siya.
Yung
Okay.
matindi yan.
I don't know how you do it, pare, before kasi
Ano
napakahirap nun.
Omelette? Hindi naman.
Camera Fi. Hindi ko
Fi.
makakalimutan, Camera Fi.
Okay.
Yun yung ginagamit kong pang livestream. Pwedeng lagyan ng overlay.
Mm.
Ayun. So, since CODM yung nilalaro ko dati, 25 teams sa Battle Royale. So, hindi ko naman yun, kasi pag nagkakast ako, or nagla-livestream, hindi ko naman makikita lahat ng 25 teams na listahan sa phone. So, nakapapel din ako nun. Nakasulat lahat doon, yung team names, yung mga scores, lahat nandun. So, that's how I started sa esports. Until such, makabili ako ng setup ko. Na
Okay.
gamit ko ngayon.
Nagamit mo ngayon. And then, ito mga tol, no? Kasi si Colix, the reason kung ba't tinatawag siyang Direct Colix, kasi meron siyang production behind it. Ilan yung, tao mo sa production kung meron? Or like, how do you exactly do it? Like, meron ba, like, ito, sa camera siya, ito, manning sa timpla ng tunog, kumbaga, sa system. Ilan kayo? Or if meron?
As of the moment, 6 kami lahat. So,
Sabi, 6.
Oo, kasi merong nakatoka for the observer, game observer, may nakatoka sa camera ng mga players. Kasi pag nagpapa-tournament ako, gusto ko may cameras yung mga players eh. Kasi,
Okay.
of course,
Players POV.
Oo. Yung game, alam natin yung game. Pero sino yung naglalaro ng game? Yun yung
Yung
gusto
reaction
kong-
nila,
paano
body
sila
language.
naglalaro. Kasi yun yung mga gusto natin nakikita. Paano sila nananalo. Gusto natin nakikita yung pag nananalo sila, nagsasmile sila. Yun yung hindi nakikita sa ibang mga production, lalo na sa mga grassroots.
Gets. Ang ganda. Thank you, Direk. Lipat na tayo sa isa sa mga tanyag.
Nakakainis yung tanya, guys.
Kwento, little backstory mga tol, no? Ito kasi si RB kanina, bago magsimula yung recording, inaantok. So, bago kami magsimula, ang tugtog kasi is, Say You Won't Let Go.
Ay, hindi ko alam yun.
Oo, tapos, nagle-let go na siya dun sa, kasi siya yung nagpapatugtog eh. So, nagle-let go na siya dun sa cellphone niya. And then, just before the yung recording natin, tsaka lang namin siya ginising. So, medyo ano pa siya, buhaghag siya ngayon, pare. Pero,
kahit wala kang buhok-buhaghag.
hindi sa akin galing yan,
Alam ko naman doon ka papunta eh. Alam ko naman doon ka papunta eh.
Last touch.
Hindi sa akin yun galing,
Naano
pare.
ko na, guys. Ewan ko dito sa Kuya Balls ninyo kung ba't ganito ugali na ito minsan.
Hindi. Kasi, ito mga tala, bago mag-introduce si Arvic is one of those few people that I've met na talagang pasado agad sa vibe check eh. And I think may mga taong ganun talaga pag nami-meet natin, di ba? And alam niya yan, hindi ko parang tinatago yan sa kanya kasi alam niya yan. Kasi kada magkikita kami, yung bunggo niya masakit eh. Diba?
Lagi.
Oo, di ba? Di ba kayo rin ba?
Oo, syempre.
Tangina, di ba? Ang sakit eh.
Ba't parang binubuli ko kayo?
Hindi naman.
Ano na pala to, confrontation?
Hindi niya siguro alam
Hindi,
na
sa akin,
mas
hindi ako
malaki siya,
ginaganyan,
pare.
Hindi ako ginaganyan selective.
Pwede ka ba tumayo? Nakita mo sa kanila gano'ng katangkad. Ayan tapos dudungguling ka ng appear, pare. Ang laking tao eh.
Hindi ka siya sa camera.
Pero,
Sorry.
pero yun, pare, Arvic, could you describe a little bit kung ano yung ginagawa mo before we dive into the actual topic para lang makilala ka ng mga listeners and viewers natin with Hypergeek.
Ayun, hello nga pala sa mga viewers dyan sa Hypergeek and meron akong mga nakita sa comment section. Shoutout sa inyo lahat. And yes, my name is Andwin's High Grounds, Andwin HG for short. Before I actually started doing hosting and shoutcasting, I was a corporate slave. I think alam mo natin kung ano ibig sabihin nun. So I was part of an ESL company. Thank Lord, medyo nakakawala na ako doon.
Okay.
Nag-resign na ako recently lang. So I was doing ESL for almost 11 years.
Sorry, ano
So,
yung ESL?
ESL is English as Second Language.
Okay.
So we teach different kids from different countries how to speak English. So hindi naman ako yung directly nagtuturo sa nila, but there are teachers who's actually teaching them how to speak English. So I manage those teachers. Yun yung ginagawa ko.
Okay.
Then when it comes to gaming, I've been playing games just like colleagues as well ever since I was a kid. What else? RPGs, Pokemons, marami yan. I've played a lot of games during those days. And then, for esports, I got hooked into esports because of Dota. Dota yan.
Dota 1, Dota 2?
Dota 1.
Okay.
Dota. Frozen Throne. Eh.
Frozen Throne. Okay.
So, I was hooked into esports because of Frozen Throne. And then, eventually, it evolved into Dota 2. For the commentaries, I was mainly influenced by Kuya D, Kuya Duno,
Okay.
God rest his soul, and Kuya Lon, and legendary
Ako,
duo
OG.
of Dota 2 shoutcasting.
Lakad matatag.
Lakad matatag indeed. Kuya.
Normalin,
So,
di ba?
Normalin. So, yun. After that, I really pursued shoutcasting, but strange enough, I was knocked off into a different path. Napunta ako sa ibang path eh. So,
Which was?
hosting.
Okay.
Doon na napunta sa hosting.
Okay.
So, nagulat ako kasi I never thought I will actually love hosting. Kasi nga, ang gusto ko is yung what actually Pika does and
Okay.
what Colleagues does to do commentaries. But definitely, I found a new love for hosting.
Okay.
So, yun, nag-start siya because I played Genshin Impact. I played the game by heart. Then eventually, everything is history. So, it evolved from Genshin Impact to hosting different kinds of games. So, kung tatanungin kaming lahat dito, kaming tatlo siguro, I think everyone will agree na may napala kami sa pag-computer namin.
Okay. Kaka-computer niya yan.
Kaka-computer namin yun.
Oo. Pero kapansin nyo mga tol, may hawak akong phone, no? Kasi I keep track on the comments. And ito yung main topic natin as we go to all hype, as we go all out dito sa episode natin. Ito yung topic na pag-uusapan natin ngayon. And sana makapag-participate kayo, you can comment, no? Kasi ang main topic natin is, what made you a gamer? No? Saan ka nagsimula ano yung origin story mo kung paano ka nagsimulang maglaro noon, kung natatandaan nyo pa, at bakit kayo tuloy-tuloy maglaro hanggang ngayon? So, siguro maganda simulan ko kay Andwin, no? Kasi nagsimula na siyang magkwento ng bahagya dun sa naging origin story niya. Pare, gusto ko itanong sa'yo kung paano ka nagsimula maging gamer? Ano yung unang console mo na nahawakan? Ano yung unang game na naalala mo? Ano yung paborito mong game? Tell us all about that, pare. Ano yung naging simula?
Well, honestly speaking, I was not born with a very well-off family. So ang afford lang ng family ko nun is brick game.
Okay.
So alam niyo yung parang Battle City siya na pero brick game style yung dating. And then Tetris, alam mo na yun. Tapos Road Fighter na nakikita mo lang is parang blocks lang talaga.
Okay.
So definitely that's where I started. Tapos I was given Game Boy, yung yung gray pa na Game Boy yun yung malaki.
Hindi colored.
Hindi colored.
Yung mas nauna.
Yung pababa pa yung ting, tas ganun.
Okay, okay.
So yun yung pinakauna-unahang piece of technology na meron ako dati. Then I started playing Pokemon. First version is Yellow. And then eventually I finished Red, Blue, and Green. Tapos from there, nag-evolve na siya to PS1. Though I don't have my own PS1 before, don't get me wrong. Uso kasi noon yung pagtitipid. Since we were all students before. And I think everyone will agree. Pag napakinggan nila ito na tinitipid mo yung sarili mo, makapaglaro ka lang ng games na gusto mo. So, I started playing PS1. Ang pinaka...
So, sorry. Ang unang game mo is parang Pokemon Yellow?
Yellow version.
Galing. Kasi nakuha niya lahat ng starter. Hindi mo kinailangan pumili.
Oo, di mo kailangan pumili. Tapos sinusundan ako ng Pikachu.
Tangin ang hirap nun. Kasi isa yun sa mga hardest decisions before eh. Diba yung Gen 1 na pilian na yun, na iconic hanggang ngayon. Kasi yung mga tumandang Pokemon player, pinapapili yung mga anak nila. May stop toy ng Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, di ba? Pinapressure na nila agad yung anak nila sa murang edad. Anyway, so it was Pokemon Yellow for you. And then, nung nag-PS1 ka...
PS1, I'm definitely gonna say Suikoden. Suikoden, then Suikoden 2.
Okay.
Then
Natapos pa pareho?
Parehas.
Okay.
Final Fantasy series.
Alin doon?
Nung una, akala ko yung isa lang yan. Sorry guys, medyo ako before, bobo ako before. Pag sinabi mo Final Fantasy pala, meron palang 7, 8, 9. Hindi ko alam na may ganun pala.
At hindi siya magkakapareho para sa mga hindi pa pala. Anthology siya. Yes.
So, I was shocked na ganun pala siya. So, I started with 7, 8, then 9.
Wow! Natapos mo lahat?
Yes.
Lahat ng disc gumana?
Umiiyak ako nun guys kasi alam mo yan, gumastos ako para sa memory card. Kahit nagre-rent ako, may sarili akong memory card.
Okay.
Yeah, para lang...
So sa rental to, hindi sa tropa?
Hindi, man.
Okay.
Hindi. So, I even have to buy my own CD just to be able to play the game.
Okay.
So, ang hirap guys, ang hirap ng buhay ng isang gamer noon. Sobra talaga.
Gamer na bata.
Oo. Tapos, ang ko noon, ang pinaka hindi ko malilimutan noon na iniyakan ko maliban sa Final Fantasy series, don't get me wrong, is Digimon World. Kasi namamatay yung Digimon World.
Ito ba yung mga Digimon na may yung tumatae?
Oo,
tapos, World Frontier ata to, yung kapag ka umaga, ang pinili mo sa simula, si Agumon yung makukuha mo. Pagkagabi naman, si Gabumon. Maganda nga yan, maganda nga yan.
Yun yung mga nilaro ko noon, guys. Definitely one way to express my love for gaming is PS2, Dynasty's Warrior.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warrior. PS3, hindi na ako nakapaglaro. PS4, yun na yung nakabili na ako ng sarili kong console kasi meron na ako sarili kong pera.
Okay.
Thank you so much sa trabaho.
Teka, sa PS3 nag-skip ka?
Wala akong pambili nun. PS1, PS2, PS3, wala ako.
Okay.
Skip ako to PS4.
Pero yung PS2, nagre-rent ka pa nito, naglalaro ka pa rin.
Yes, nagre-rent pa rin.
Then PS3, parang medyo nawala na kasi yung mga rental eh. Kasi nung panahon ng PS3 mga tol, hindi na uso yung renta ng PlayStation.
Yes.
Wala na sa videohan nyo kasi puro more on computer na.
Yes. Speaking of which, diyan na kasi pumasok yung mga massive MMO RPG such as Ragnarok, Tantra, Cabal.
Era na rin ng Dota 2 yan. So talagang
Yes.
when it comes to PC games lang talaga yung nasa computer shop. Wala akong, correct me if I'm wrong, sa iba, pero sa akin, wala akong nakita computer shop na nagre-renta ng PS3. Hindi na siya panahon na yun eh. So kung
Yes.
wala ka talaga, at
Wala
wala
ka
rin
talaga.
sa bahay, di mo malalaro yung mga exclusives.
Right. So, parang doon ako nagkaroon ng skip doon sa Final Fantasy series ko na hindi ko nalaro yung X, X2,
Okay.
13 Lightning Returns.
Aha.
Until such time na pumasok na si PS4.
4.
Doon na pumasok naman yung, kinailangan ko siyang bilhin because of Horizon.
Zero Dawn. Okay.
And then, Final Fantasy 15. Doon
Brotherhood.
Oo. So, yun. Parang after nun, na ano ko sa sarili ko na the reason why I stay the gamer is it's to actually heal my inner child. You know, to actually provide the things that I was not able to get before. Because I don't have anything to actually, you know, get myself, get my hands on those things. Ngayon na meron na ako, parang, hindi naman sa ubus biyaya, but if it's possible for me to have this, I'm gonna have it. Yan. Yung
Ganda.
ano ko.
Genshin, magkano ng glasses mo?
Walang usapang Genshin. Ang bihira naman yan, no?
Guys, by the way, who asked the question is Coach Abby, our main production ngayon. Coach, makakaway ka ba dito? Can you stand up? Or ano? Para makita lang nila. Kasi we have
Si Direk.
direct
Ang direct namin
on
ngayon.
the house. Ayan. Pakita siya kanina sa live. So, I don't know if it's going to be cut.
Screenshot nun.
Pero
Yari sa akin.
kita nyo agad sa live, di ba?
Pero guys,
Everything's raw.
Abby Maravilla on Instagram.
Yes.
If you're looking for her.
Oo. Mamaya, magpa-plug tayo, pare. Pero, gusto kong balikan, tol. Kasi, ang swerte mo eh. Hindi mo nabanggit sa akin na nasiraan ng disc yung rentahan nyo. Doon sa Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Kasi, I guess,
Yes.
pirated yon.
Yes.
Bibihira yung nagka-original copy eh, sa Pinas.
Ang hirap guys, ang hirap. Kasi most of the disc before was just duplicated eh.
Oo.
Dinup lang lahat. Even the printout sa likod.
At madalas sira yung disc 3. So talagang may mga di ba? Madalas may mga batang hindi nakakatapos yung game dahil sira yung disc 3 ng Final Fantasy nila. Kahit anong Final Fantasy yun, pare.
Nagkaroon ako ng problema sa Final Fantasy 9, Disc 4.
Disc 4.
Luckily, yung dun sa Disc 4 pa. Luckily, yung kaibigan ko dun sa computer shop, meron siyang Disc 4, hiniram ko. So I was able to finish it.
Okay.
Since na-open mo na rin lang naman, Coach, actually, I'm very thankful kay Genshin Impact. And, because it opened plenty of opportunity for me.
Yun.
So, from yun nga, gusto ko maging shoutcaster.
Nag-promote pa, oh.
Hindi naman. Parang doon kasi yung start nung pag tinanong mo, may career ba sa paglalaro ng computer games or ano? Doon na siya pumasok. Kasi eventually, different games or different brands will actually seek out people who's knowledgeable about,
The games.
Right? So, maganda yung naging pasok ko sa Genshin Impact kasi bago siya eh. And nung nilaro ko talaga siya, parang kahit kakakita ko lang nung character na nagpapa-review sa akin, alam ko na yung sasabihin ko. So, I actually give advice. I actually review different accounts. Kasama na rin yung account mo, Alden Richards, kung nanonood ka man ngayon.
Uy, grabe may special
Yes,
shoutout pa, no?
It's a ₱1 million account. Sobrang spender niya.
Okay.
So, yun. Doon na nagkaroon ng opportunity from Razer Gold to SM Cyberzone. Nag-ano na siya. Nag-branch out na siya. And doon na rin nagkaroon ng opportunity to actually hang out with you guys.
Okay.
Yun na siya.
Okay, mamaya na yan. Putulin mo natin daw kasi mas malalim pa yung kwento nun. Ilipat natin yung topic, pare, kay Direk Colix. No? Direk, gusto ko ibato yung tanong sa'yo, gaya nung pagbato kay Arbic now. Saan nagsimula yung pagiging gamer mo? Ano yung origin story from Baguio, kung paano ka naging gamer? At ano yung mga games na naging genre mo during those times?
Ano ako siguro same kami ni Arvic before. Yung family namin, hindi kami ganun kaswerte na kapag may mga lalabas na bagong consoles, mabibili agad. Kasi yung mga consoles kasi yung kaisa-isang console na nagamit ko, galing pa yun sa tito ko. Like, napagsawaan na.
Okay.
So, ganun yung naging way ko before para makapaglaro. Kasi yung tito ko mahilig din talaga sa
Shoutout kay
sa
tito.
games. Tito na sumalangit na.
Ay, sorry.
Shoutout in
Sorry.
heaven dito.
Shoutout sa'yo.
Shoutout in heaven.
Sorry po. Sorry. Shoutout dito.
Yun.
Okay.
Pero yun, yung mga tito ko kasi, since sila yung may kaya, pag napagsawaan na nila, syempre, sa mga
Susunod na descendant.
sa mga bata, sa mga kapatid, ganyan. And then, ayun, sobrang kinaadikan namin nun, Contra. Like, every time uuwi kami, bata kami, Contra, pagalingan, ganito, ganyan.
Okay.
And then, moving forward, parang, nung nagkaroon na kami ng computer, hindi pa kami, di ba, yung internet dati masyadong, hindi pa,
Dial up.
oo.
Dial up.
Ano pa kami dati, alam mo yung mga broadband na
Broadband.
hinahack?
Yes. Yung kulay orange yung sticker.
Oo, yun.
Natanggal.
Ganon. Hinahack pa namin para unli yung internet. Noong mga time na yun, siguro Facebook, may Facebook na nun, yung may games yung Facebook. Hindi kami nagpapatalo.
Hindi mo inabot ang Friendster?
Inabot, pero
Akala ko hindi mo babag.
inabot ko yun naman.
Okay, nagkakatampuhan ng edad dito, pare, no? Wala kami binabanggit, pero nakikita nyo, di ba?
Oo. Ano yun? So, siguro, pinakaunang beses kong naging super competitive sa Tetris, hindi ako papayag na yung mga kaklase ko, nauungusan ako sa
Ito sa
ranking.
Facebook.
Oo, yung mga games sa
may
Facebook.
ranking yun sa baba lagi eh.
Oo. Every time na tataasan ako ng mga kaklase ko, ay hindi pwede to.
Okay,
Hindi pwede to.
okay.
Kailangan ako lagi nasa taas.
Oo.
So, in terms of competitiveness, nag-start ako sa Tetris. Sobrang na-addict talaga ako sa Tetris.
Grabe.
Start nung yung pinakamaliit. Siyempre wala pa masyadong internet before. Tapos nung na-digitalize na siya, na may internet na, na-addict talaga ako doon.
Yung Tetris, ginamit ko lang para makausap ko yung crush ko eh.
Ay,
Pero mas magaling kasi siya sa akin. So,
pwede pala yun.
shoutout sa'yo.
Sa crush mo.
Kung ikaw yung nakalaro ko, alam mo na yun. Anyway.
Paano ka in-impress? Nagtitispin ka ba?
Hindi. Kapag ka nagpapatalo ko, tsaka ako chinachat, uy, ang galing mo naman. Moveset!
Paraan ha?
Smooth na smooth.
Paraan ha?
Diba?
Madalas.
Bakit na yun? Ewan ko, kung magana pa rin yun ngayon. Diba?
Anyway, in terms of the games naman, of course, nakapaglaro din naman ako ng isa sa mga pinaka nagustuhan kong game before, yung nag-comment din ako sa inyo nun eh. Alam ko, DMC, Devil May Cry,
Okay.
or Prototype. Alin sa dalawa na yon?
Hmm.
Sobrang na-addict ako sa mga ganong gameplay.
Capcom, shoutout. Devil May Cry.
Shoutout sa Capcom.
Oy, Capcom, baka naman.
Di na, ayaw mo na. Kung papadala sila. Hindi na uso yung baka naman. Kung papadala sila with the work that we do. Go yan, di ba?
Oo.
And after nun, di ba, you mentioned Devil May Cry 1 to 3. PS2 days to.
Oo.
Saan ka naglalaro ng PS2? Sa inyo? Meron kayo?
Sa tito ko.
Sa tito mo pa din?
Pupuntahan sa tito.
Grabe si tito. Shout out. No?
Like, kahit yung sa mga PSP, like, ano ba mga nilalaro ko before? Prince of Persia sa PSP.
Okay. Forgotten
Lahat yun
Sons.
Sa tito ko.
Sands of Time. Grabe. Hanggang PSP. And
Oo.
then afterwards, tumalon ka ba ng PS3?
Hindi.
PC na?
PC na kagad.
Okay. And then, ano mga nalaro mong game sa PC from there?
Ano ba mga nalaro ko? Battle Realms.
Okay.
Yun na yun.
Okay.
Battle Realms.
Ito na yung mga like Frozen Throne,
Oo,
Warcraft,
Warcraft.
GTA.
Oo.
Okay.
Vice City.
San Andreas. Lahat ng pwedeng pindutin.
Oo.
Oo. Galing. And then, fast forward to today, ano yung mga parang current mong nilalaro na na-enjoy mo?
Ano kasi ako ngayon eh. May mood ako na, gusto ko FPS.
Okay.
So mag-FPS ako for a year, 2 years, ganyan.
Okay.
Pero may time
Valorant to, guys. Valorant.
Valorant. Kasi more on PC ako. Pero, pinakamatagal kong nilaro sa buong buhay ko, RPG.
Anong RPG to?
Hindi lahat ng tao alam to. Continent of the Ninth Seal. Nalaro
Okay.
ko siya for 13 years. Kasabay ko yung papa ko. Yun yung band namin.
Grabe, 13 years.
13 years.
Ano yun? Like, inuulit-ulit nyo lang or continuous talaga yung game?
Continuous yung game. Maganda din yung kwento. Tapos, syempre, pag max level ka na, may PvP system.
Okay.
So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin talaga yung paglalaro.
And hanggang ngayon, open tong game na to?
Oo. open.
Okay,
Pero hindi ko na siya
okay.
nilalaro.
Hindi ko alam yung game na yun.
Oo.
Pero ang galing kasi parang may mga ganun talagang game na MMO na talagang hanggang ngayon, since it's a live service, buhay pa.
Oo.
No, there's community that backs it up. Diba? There's community na talagang keeping it alive. There are like sharks. Kailangan yun Kailangan sa game yun. Yung mga nagta-top up. Yun. And then, it's what keeps the ecosystem moving today. Kasi ngayon, with the bunch of live service games, ang daling pagkalibre ngayon yung game, ang daling iwan
Oo.
Diba? Like, when a game is released na ang ganda-ganda tas libre, and then here comes the pay-to-play things, doon namamatay yung game. Kasi yung pinaka-essence ng game, sobrang bland. Diba? May mga ganong klaseng games and it's really rare to see games that are holding their own community. Gaya nung nabanggit mo, like 13 years, no?
Oo.
And then, sa ngayon, like currently, ano yung nilalaro mo?
Ngayon, Valorant, of course.
Valorant pa din?
Pero
Okay.
in terms of yung story mode, kakatapos ko lang ng Hogwarts Legacy.
Yun.
Ito siya.
Potterheads.
Ang next kong lalaroin, hindi ko pa siya nilaro kasi nandito tayo sa Baler.
Oo. Sa Corazon de Baler.
Corazon de Baler.
Shout out, Corazon de Baler. Yung lugar natin dito, guys.
Napakaganda aesthetic.
Oo.
Pero pagbalik natin ng Manila,
Mhm.
Silent Hill, F.
Tangina. Ang ganda yan kasi isa yan sa backlog ko, pare.
Ang dami yan. Ang kinaganda na
Natapos niya pala niya yun.
ang kinaganda sa Silent Hill
Huwag mo i-spoil,
F.
ha?
Oo, hindi naman. Ang kinaganda sa Silent Hill F, you decide what's gonna be your ending because it has multiple endings.
Which results into multiple playthroughs.
Yes.
That I know, pare. Ganda. Sana malaro ko na yan. Pagka... Pero mga kung ano mo, yung game mo, saan malalaro? PS5?
Steam.
Naka-Steam. Ay, sayang, hindi ko mahiram yung bala. Anyway, thank you, Direk. Coach Pika, pare, kamusta ang gaming history mo with, even kahit hindi yung esports that you mentioned, yung pagka mag-isa ka na sa bahay at naglalaro, anong game yung nilalaro mo? What started you playing games? What's your origin story? Bago ka mapunta sa commercial ng Run Online before, mamaya na yun. Pero,
There's a different story.
mas malalim kasi
Guys, may lore yun.
we had a lot of deep diving to do sa kwento ni Coach Pila.
Sa mid ako.
Go ahead, pare.
Alright. So, ito medyo crack knuckle moment.
Oo.
Pero, I am the complete opposite of the two of them. Maybe the one thing we share is yung walang console from the start. Only because of our upbringing, in a good way. Kasi traditional masyado yung family ko eh.
Okay.
Zero electronics at home. So, literal, the only electronic that you have, media at home is TV, radio.
Okay.
That's it. So, no electronic.
DCWB! Okay.
And admittedly, I am the least gamer. In the beginning. Nung sa simula, ako yung least gamer out of everybody. Kasi,
Everybody in the sibling? Family?
basically, almost everywhere around me. Kahit
Okay.
sa class namin. Kasi,
Okay.
pag nakikinig ako noon, they're talking about video games.
Aha.
I could not relate. Kaya even when they mentioned titles kanina, tahimik lang ako nun kasi some of them, hindi ko alam.
Okay.
Admittedly. Kasi hindi ko na-experience. The closest thing I had to a video game back then was arcade.
Okay.
So when you ask me na ano yung ginalaro ko sa bahay nun, wala akong masasagot nun kasi
Okay.
wala kaming electronics. I grew up in a very sportsy or very outdoorsy manner.
Paano yun?
Yeah.
Biceps pa lang.
Kasi
Aha.
we grew up in physical activity. So, syempre, let's talk about like yung outdoor games. Ito lang. Not to mention ako, I love art. So sa bahay, hilig ko mag-drawing, hilig ko mag-sculpt, hilig ko mag-sayaw, singing,
Sample
everything.
nga nung sayo. Parang gusto ko makita yan.
Wala na oras eh.
Masyadong maliit yung lugar natin, pare.
Parang gusto ko makita magsayo.
Walang oras. Anyway, so going back to that, I did not really enjoy video games up until, say, high school. So
High
late
school.
na. Late na talaga. I was 13 when I first had my glimpse of video games. And yes, sa mga 30 and above,
Must you?
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and above,
Dahil civilian.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, foul ref. Pero ang unang-una ko nung glimpse of video games is House of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
okay.
shooters ang una kong genre talaga. And the shooters that I played, chances are hindi na alam ng mga new gen players natin because these are malls. These are...
What about Virtua Cup?
You will go there.
Yeah, we'll go
We'll go
there.
there. Kasi ang una ko talaga was really House of the Dead. 1 pa yun. So, yung
One.
unang-una pa talaga.
Natapos mo sa arcade?
Yes.
Oh,
So,
shit.
dumating nga sa ganung point na outlet ko siya. Tapos, since student, hindi ko yun malalaro kung di pa weekend.
Okay.
So, mag-aantay akong wala ng klase before I could go to the mall. And syempre, sariling baon ko. Eh, buti nung time na yun, 5 piso lang. So,
Yes.
it's so easy to
Quick
play.
question. So, nung natapos mo siya, ano yung 3 letter na initials na nilagay mo dun sa high score?
PIC.
PIC.
Laging PIC.
Okay,
At the
okay,
time.
okay. 3 lang lagi yun eh, di ba?
Bawal mo kabaan. It's just
Oo.
PIC.
Ako lagi tae eh. Bakit? Hindi kasi yung balls eh, di ba?
Yeah.
Balls, ball wood yan eh.
Ball.
Hindi, wala.
It
Hindi
doesn't-
nila gets yun.
Okay, fun fact, I changed it also.
When?
To?
PCA.
Ah, okay, okay. Para maging
Yes,
piga.
kasi pag pick lang siya, it could mean a lot of things. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
House of the Dead 1 all the way to 4, nalaro ko pa siya.
The Magician is like the first boss in House of the Dead one.
The Magician is again undying boss talaga siya, eh, 'di ba? So there's that. House of the Dead 1 to 5. 1 to 4. Yung 5 di ko na arcade. Pero syempre eventually maumay ka eh. Maumay ka, but that's just me. In the sense na I need a new shooter. Kasi tapos ko na siya eh. The 1 credit job is done eh.
Aha.
Yung isang hulog, tapos siya eh. Time Crisis.
Time Crisis, the one with the step.
Yes, with the pedal.
With the pedals.
So again, lipat ako House of the Dead, then Time Crisis. And then ganun din, hanggang sa, ang goal ko lang talaga is 1 credit. 1 credit, 1 credit. Isang token, kumbaga. So 1 credit, tapos ko siya lagi. So again, dumating sa point na you'll get tired of that. Kasi ang kalaban mo na lang nun, high score.
Sorry, 1 credit tapos mo siya lagi.
Yes.
Wow.
Hindi ka na mamamatay.
Hindi.
Tangina.
Yun nga yun. Addict mode na nun talaga.
Okay.
Addict mode na nun.
Okay.
And I could only do it twice a week. Kasi weekend lang pwede.
Aha. And
So-
then 5 piso lang. Okay.
Pero syempre, for how many months na lalaruin mo siya, or years even, pagod ka rin, ano ka na. And then, ito na yung plot twist. Ito, sorry, yung Virtua Cup.
Virtua Cup.
Yung Virtua Cup, hindi ko yan natapos ng isa.
Okay.
Mga nakaka-continue ako, yung 2-3 yata.
Sa Virtua
Sorry,
Cup.
Ganun siya kahirap.
Kasi kasi kapag kunyari sa 1 credit ng NP ka, I can believe that. Kasi may attack patterns
Yes,
talaga yun.
everything has a pattern in a shooter sa arcade. Makakabito
Before,
mo siya eh.
wala pang AI eh. Like what Left 4 Dead did eh, di ba?
Yes, exactly. Hindi sila responsive eh. They're all NPC. Diba? So, there's that. And then eventually, the shooters, lahat na nang sa arcade of every mall, nalaro ko na. So, natapos na yung mission. Ito pa yan, dumating pa sa point, Dayong Mall. Dayong Mall.
Dayong.
Pag dumayo ka ng mall, uy, top score nito, ganito. Kailangan matalo ko yan. So again, natapos na yun.
So is it safe to say na ang una mo tinitingnan when you go to different
Yung
malls
top
is the
score
top score?
talaga. Kasi halos lahat.
Competitive talaga eh.
Yes, pawis eh.
Taka e-sports sa pala dati.
Yun nga.
Buti wala pang
Arcade esports.
Yun ang origin ng esports talaga. That's like that for me, in my opinion. Arcades, that was the progenitor of esports. Yun talaga yun. Kasi competitive na nun eh.
Totoo.
Diba?
And once you're on the top 10, hindi aalis yung pangalan mo doon.
Hanggat walang
bukas yung-
natatalo yun, yes.
Hanggat bukas yung arcade, nandun yung PCA.
Oo.
Titignan
Titignan ko pa yun. Anytime na yun, wala pang yung phone natin, di pa ganyan. Wala
Hindi
pang camera.
pa, wala.
So, wala
walang
akong
vlog.
patunay.
Walang vlog nun.
Oo,
Pero
yeah.
pagka, pare, gusto makita, sama ka sa akin.
Oh, yun.
Machine na yun.
Dadalhin ko pa.
Totoo. Yun ang nayabangan natin noon. Kung hindi memory card ng natapos na game,
Sa arcade.
Arcade, pare.
Yun ang flex nun. Walang memory card eh. And then, again, natapos na yun. And then one time, I'll never forget the very specific moment that this changed everything for me. While I was playing, the people behind me lumipat. Kasi they were watching me. They wanted to see me finish. The thing with 1 credit. Alam na nilang matatapos ko na. Before I finished the whole thing, everyone behind me disappeared. And then may pinalibutan silang cabinet. May pinalibutan silang cabinet dun sa isang mall. And they were noisy. Maingay. So ako parang, ano yun? Ano yung maingay? There was a gaming cabinet. Tekken.
Tekken 3.
Tag 1.
Tag 1.
Yes.
Tayo na. And the rest is history,
Yeah,
pare.
yeah.
Pero we wouldn't do that. Go ahead, deep dive.
Yeah.
Ano nangyari afterwards?
Long story short, syempre na-curious ako. I had no idea how to play this. Wala akong idea eh. So, syempre, double muna, pindot-pindot, ganyan. And then, I had to self-teach at the time. Kasi walang magtuturo sa akin nun. If you're a new kid here, go to the back. Ganun yun. And let the big boys play.
And this was Tekken 3?
Tag 1.
Tag 1. Okay.
So,
Tag 1.
sino yung una mong character before?
Yan.
Good question.
Who's the first ever character that Pika used in the world of Tekken?
Okay.
Tekken Tag 1.
The tag 1 yan. So, fun fact about me, I love animals.
Okay.
I'm an animal person.
Okay.
It's either Kuma or ano.
Roger.
Very good.
Either
Kuma?
Roger ang una kong piniling character. Roger
Roger.
kasi
Roger
kangaroo eh. Pero at the time, ano ako nun, sobrang, di ba? Yes, exactly. Roger talaga.
Okay.
And then the next attraction at the time was Bruce.
Bruce.
Yes, Bruce and Roger. Doon ako nag-stick. Kasi these two characters, for some reason, again, I like action movies, I like animals. So, Bruce being a kickboxer na natutuwa ako. Then Roger, come on, it's a punching kangaroo. So, you'd like it. And then, as Kuya Ball said, the rest is history. Self-taught. And then, syempre, nakaramdam na din ako ng, sorry for the word ng medyo inargabyado ako. In the sense na, di bago ka lang. Pila ka.
Go at the back. Go at the back.
Go to the back. That gave me the drive. I have to be good.
May tanong ako. Speaking of you have to be good, when you got your turn, so naramdaman mo na inagrabyado ka, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, ano yung ilang kalaban yung pinatumba mo bago ka mapatayo doon sa ano? Kasi
During
as long
this time?
someone's challenge you,
Yeah.
diba? That's ano eh. That's how it works, right?
During this time?
Yeah, during those times.
Wala. I'll
As in,
go home
pag
with
ako
zero.
ano, walang win.
Yes. Wala talaga. Kasi that's the reality of being a beginner. Kung bago ka, you wouldn't care. Wala akong pakinon sa talo. It hurts because I lose.
And tayo ka kagad.
Alis ako kagad.
Bigyan natin na sila ng mas magandang context. No? Kasi mga tol, di ba sa arcade, laging tapatan yan. Yung dalawang arcade ng Tekken. Kapag ka may naglalaro dito sa likod, ibig sabihin, pagka naglaro ka sa kabila, magkakalaban kayo. Here comes a new challenger yon. Ngayon, what Pika is talking about is hanggat may hindi natatalo na
Pila ka.
naglalaro, pila ka sa likod.
Yes.
Kasi isa yung mga Tekken sa what I've said before, hindi nababakanting laro sa kung ano mang arcade yung nilalaroan nyo.
Yes.
Kasi kahit ako, pagka nagpupunta ako ng either Quantum,
Lagi may tao.
Tom's World, di ba? Lagi, tsaka kahit Tekken din yung hinahanap eh. Yung iba medyo nilalangaw na rin. Maybe a product of its time. Pero ang Tekken talaga, lalo when Tekken Tag 2 came out,
1 and 2, yes.
yung mukha ni Kazuya na galit, yung photo, sobrang...
So 1 pa yun, yeah. Yung 1 pa yun.
One ba yun?
Oo.
Sobrang that time sobrang hype niya kasi galing kami lahat ng Tekken 3. So nung nagtagkaroon
Yun
ng
yung
Tekken
sunod,
Tag,
yes.
na parang tangina nakakapagpalit na ng karakter, ang daming karakter, ang daming buhay.
Yes.
So parang kami, sobrang hyper kami na maglaro at maglaro pa lalo kasi that time also, segue ko lang, wala kaming PS2 eh. So I was also playing Tekken Tag sa arcade. Hindi ako nakakapaglaro sa bahay. So sobrang hype ko kasi mas malakas yung laban. And then meron pang ganito since we are not playing competitive. Kapag nanalo siya,
Mercy to.
he was supposed to lose
Give a
to
round.
me the next round. Para yung next round is the final round kung saan masulit yung laro kasi mas nakapaglaro kami ng mahaba. Ganun siya. At
Para
mas mahaba siya dahil dalawa yung buhay.
Yes.
Yun.
Or rather, ang ano doon, ang gusto nila is yung 5 pesos mo masulit.
Oo, yung 5 pesos mo masulit. At
Yes.
for a time, talagang tuloy-tuloy yun. Tekken Tag 1, Tekken Tag 2, until parang it became a staple sa lahat ng mga arcadean na every time there's a new Tekken na lalabas, nasa arcadean siya. That's how big Tekken is,
Yes.
even until now. Pare, so, galing lang, no? After nun, Pika, so, medyo na-challenge ka sa 1. What did you do afterwards? Ito na ba yung origin story ng training?
Yes. Technically, syempre grassroots. If we think about it, di ba? Pero, pumasok ako ng Tag 1, patapos na yung Tag 1.
Okay.
So, papalabas na yung new generation of Tekken or rather yung magiging tournament basically tournament base na ng Tekken, which is 5.
Mhm.
Doon ako nagpawis na.
Mm.
Doon ako nagseryoso ng Tekken 5.
Okay,
Kasi
Dark
parang-
Resurrection.
Yes.
Okay.
5 Classic muna, yung vanilla niya na version,
Aha.
up until yung ang Dark Resurrection. Pero syempre natapos siya sa Dark Resurrection. During this time, dito ko na nasabi na, uy, may chance ako dito. Why?
Okay.
Kasi lahat kami bago.
Mm.
All the players are new. So
Okay.
makakahabol ako. Kasi Tag 1, alam ko hindi na ako makakahabol eh. Right?
And then, after nun, anong nangyari? Like, sinong naging player mo nun that time?
Ah, yeah.
Ano yung, like, nagbago ka ba ng hero?
Character, yeah. Nagbago tayo. Again, balik ako. Mahilig ako sa animals.
Okay, okay.
So, Armor King.
Okay, okay.
So, Armor King became my actual main up until I started really being sweaty. Hanggang Tekken 6, Tekken 7, all the way to now, I still look for Armor King. Siya pa rin talaga. But I did not compete with him kasi nawala siya nung 7 eh.
Oo.
Yes.
Can you remind us kung bakit siya nawala nung 7?
Yeah, he became a downloadable content character, DLC.
So,
So, nangyari sa kanya, wala siya sa base game.
base game.
Yes, I had to wait 3 years for him to come out. So, during this time, nag-Raven ako. Master Raven sa
Okay.
Tekken 7. Yung sub ko na Dragunov, I use him every now and then. Iba na nung competitive scene eh.
Okay.
So, back then, just to also to explain, iba yung pag nagto-tournament ka, sa casual ka lang. You have to use, honestly, sometimes you have to use an effective character. Yung meta, as people would say, yes. So, medyo, since walang Armor King, wala yung comfort pick ko, I had to switch.
So, Raven was the meta that time?
No,
Hindi
choice
pa.
ko lang siya.
Okay.
But that's the character that gave me the most success. Kasi gusto ko lang siya.
Okay.
I just really like the character.
The character.
Yes, and then when season 3 the season 2 came out, or rather the DLC of Armor King came out, bumalik ako sa Armor King. Pero during this time, pawala na ako ng competitive.
Ng competitive kasi you're onto coaching na.
Yes, precisely.
Nagagawa mo ba yung like 12 combo touches ni Armor King or I
the
think
grabs,
din
yeah.
yun? Oo, yung grabs na
Yes.
parang yung kapag ka nag-grab mo hanggang wala nang
Tawag mo
buhay.
na lang.
Yeah.
Oo.
Oo. Buti nga na nerf.
Okay. Hindi, pero walk us through it na kasi sobrang ano yun. Sobrang pag nagagawa mo yun,
Hype yun
imba
eh.
ka.
Oo.
Oo, solid ka. And before, pag di ka nakawala doon, wala na talaga.
Yes.
Ngayon ba may option to like after parang pangatlo, you can deflect?
Yeah.
Or
Even the second one.
second one?
Kunyari pumasok yung first na grab. Kasi ano na yan eh. Kay King 7.
Okay.
He'll grab you 7 times. Pag nakawalan mo yung second, okay na, wala na yan. Pero pag meron dong grab, just to simplify it, meron dong part na pag pumasok na yon, wala na.
Wala na talaga.
Yes.
And with the meta now, kailangan ko lang tong itanong mga tol, no? Kailangan, like, is it still a thing that people do or parang lumang meta na siya?
Yes. It's still effective.
Effective pa din siya.
Yes. Pero it's not something you'll keep going for again and again. Kasi eventually, in high level, grabs can be escaped. Diba? So,
Parang you can parry na.
yes, you can reverse it.
Reverse.
Pwede na siyang ganun. Pero, in tournament setting, may mga nakikita pa rin akong nakakapagpapasok nun. Rare nga lang. Rare lang.
Ganda.
Saka pardon me, he's really the shit for doing that. Talaga, pag nagawa niya yun, wala.
Magaling
Tayo
talaga.
yung crowd talaga.
Magaling talaga.
Yes.
Oo. Kasi before, pare, you can correct me if I'm wrong, no? Pero sa Tekken 3, it's either kupal na Eddie Gordo yung kalaban mo, or yung nagwa-hard hit na Paul Phoenix, or yung nag-i-statches na King, na talagang nag-grapple lang siya hanggang mamatay ka.
Yeah.
Yun yung mga nakakainis. And the most hype part, yung kay King, kasi siya yung pinakamahirap. Hindi siya isang pindot lang eh. Hindi
Yes.
gaya ng bowa na ano eh. Dalawang
Yes.
buttons lang, di ba? Tapos babak ka lang ng konti. Yun na yung ano, panapos. Di ba? Galing. Kasi ngayon pala, updated na siya. Pero it's still, you're the shit if you still do that. Sikat ka pa din, pare.
Content yun.
Content yun.
Pag
Oo.
pumasok yung content yun.
Galing. Ako,
Ang experience yun, mahirap patamain yung harakiri niyan eh, Yoshimitsu eh.
You'll be surprised. Mas tumatama yung kaysa dun sa King.
Talaga?
Yung harakiri
it's still a thing hanggang ngayon.
Yung harakiri niya, mas effective sa laban kaysa dun sa grabs, sa
grabs ni,
multiple throws ni King. Nakagulat yun eh.
Oo. Kasi natatiming mo rin yun eh.
Oo eh.
Iikot pa yun eh, di ba? Bago magsagsak. Oo.
Tapos pa siya, double edge pa siya, damage ka na pag dito mama.
Yes.
Totoo. Ang ganda, no? And then afterwards, aside from Tekken, do you play any other games, genre, on the side na para, syempre, alam ko when you play just one game, minsan kailangan mo ng palette cleanser eh, no?
Yes.
So what we call it?
A shooter for me. Basta FPS. Pero hindi lahat ng FPS kasi I got the privilege of enjoying kasi, again, I didn't grow up with any
Any nostalgia
console.
from the previous FPS.
Yes.
Oo.
Again, babalik ako, arcade lang talaga.
Mhm.
Pero, I'd be lying if I said na hindi ako ng Counter-Strike. So, dun din nag-start yung affinity ko for FPS na mas relaxed. Yung hindi ka nagka-cardio sa arcade kasi ganun pag nasa arcade ka. So, Counter-Strike I've done. Right now, siguro kung sa shooter, I'd pick Valorant and siguro COD M din kasi nasa phone lang. I felt that those are the most important FPSs that I have now. I'm kind of touching into Crossfire. And the funny thing is, Kuya Balls, is that I usually play games only because I like them, not because they're in. You see? Hindi lang dahil trending yung game, personally, lalaruin ko na siya. I would play them because I like them. Kahit mahirap. Yeah, that's it.
And sana gawin nyo rin yan, mga pre, no? Kasi marami talagang overhyped games. And minsan parang mas obligado ka maglaro kaysa sa mas nag-enjoy ka. May mga ganun pakiramdam eh. Kasi lalo na kapag ka inaabangan mo, tapos parang takot ka ma-disappoint dun sa laro, you play it through. May mga ganyan akong games na parang sabi ko, worth it pa ba to? Or parang masyado na lang akong inuulol. Kasi parang ang daming reuse asset, ang daming paulit-ulit na nangyayari. Tapos may iba pang pay to win.
Yes.
Diba? So, ako, honestly, if I'm playing a game na kahit luma,
Yes.
na-appreciate ko siya kasi it was those games that doesn't have any DLC, walang kailangan bayaran para sa costumes, kailangan mo lang tapusin 3 times yung game, which is a lot of fun before kasi walang usapang microtransactions. No? Magbasa ako ng comment pare kasi maraming nagkwento sa
Yes.
mga
Nakatuwa.
listeners natin. Ito, kwento ni Romil. Started in Diablo 2 and in StarCraft. Wala pang nabanggit ng Diablo 2, pare. Sabi niya, nakadiscover ng bagay where I am free to do things on this newly discovered world. Then, ayun na, Battle Realms, Red Alert, Yuri's Revenge, Frozen Throne, tapos napasok buhay sa computer shop. Ayun, got hooked to RF, Bellato Union, Dota 2, samahan na nahanap sa shop, nagpatagal sa akin sa gaming. Now, mobile games na lang because life happened and adulting. Diba? Ganda.
Pero, shoutout sa'yo, pre, kung naglaro ka talaga ng Diablo 2 dati, ibig sabihin, alam mo na kung dumadayo ka rin ng computer shop, kasi nangolekta kami ng tenga dati eh. Tenga ang PvP dati sa Diablo 2 eh. LAN battle kasi yan eh. So, dapat lagi kami baong disket.
Para ma-reload mo yung character
yung
mo.
character mo kasi ita-transfer mo yun eh. So, sa mga po dyan, Gen Z, disket po ang aming
Hindi po siya 3D print ng save icon. Ewan ko, nabasa ko lang din pare. Pero ayan, sabi ni Coach Abby dito, nag-comment siya, Pet Society pa rin daw. I do you one better. Restaurant City, pare. Ayan, isa sa mga natin yan, paborito natin yan, no? Yung mga Facebook, actually, may mas better pa. Pero
I'll do you one better. Why Gamora?
Hindi, papunta na ako doon.
Okay, sorry.
Kasi we have Marvel's Avengers Alliance. If you know that game from Facebook. Isa rin yan sa mga inadict ko before Marvel Future Fight. So when it comes to Marvel games, asahan mo ako dyan, pare. Pasok ako dyan. Kasi talagang, yung nagsisend ka ng helicarrier, just like kung paano ka mag-antay ng plant sa Farmville, gano'n naman yung sa Avengers. So, medyo pag ganun yung ubus oras talaga yung mga games noon dati. We didn't know better that time.
And for me, speaking of Marvel, nantay ko yung Tokon.
Yan.
Kasi fighting game yan.
Oo,
Yan,
pare. It's the spiritual successor of the game that we love, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes.
Kasi pare, after Infinite, napakatagal na nawalan ng Marvel fighting game. Even kahit hindi yung Capcom ang gagawa this time, I think this is a spiritual successor and I think everybody is rooting for it. Kasi Capcom recently revived Marvel vs. Capcom, yung hanggang 2, which is the Ultimate Fighting Collection na talagang ang daming fan yung naging sorry, medyo knowledge, to sa Marvel eh. Maraming fans yung natuwa kasi for the longest time, nalaki yung Marvel versus Capcom up until 2 sa PS2 eh.
Totoo.
So it wasn't ported, it wasn't remastered, not until it was announced. So everybody was happy. And actually, yun yung parang naisip nila na would it be a key to another Marvel versus Capcom game? Apparently, it wasn't because Marvel is already cooking something with Token Fighting Souls.
Yes.
Yun. So yun yung naging origin story niya with, if correct me if I'm wrong, but Arc System Works. That's also in Tokyo Game Show last year na talagang may demo doon. Napakaganda ng game na yun na lalabas this year. And I think, if done right, there will be a community, a pro scene for that, specifically for that game. No? As long as it will be good, the maintenance would be handled well. Diba? Sana, no? Kasi it's for the Marvel fans as well. Di ko alam ba tayo napunta doon. Pero, yan. Continue ako ng ibang kwento dito, pare. Sabi naman ni Jason Villaverde, yung classmate ko nung college, si Charlie Ricaport, tinapos niya ang Metal Slug. 1 token only, pare. Wow. Metal Slug, only in 15 minutes. Grabe. Madaming ganyan. Ako, ang natatapos ko lang sa arcade before is Crazy Taxi. Yun lang, kasi maghahatid ka lang eh. Then may time limit siya. So, wala talagang parang, di ko alam kung natatapos ang Crazy Taxi sa PS2, pero sa arcade, kung ano lang yung mahatid mo, yun na yun. And then, you'll get rank A, B, di ba? Or S, ganyan. So, isa yun sa mga talagang na-enjoy ko, no? Sabi naman ni CJ dito, pare, may family computer kami, naalala ko pang nilalaro ko noon, is Alvin and the Chipmunk, Battle Tanks, Super Mario, Mountain Climber, doon ako nag-umpisang ma-addict sa video games.
Ice Climber yung mga...
Ice Climber. Oo, yun.
Climber.
Ang naalala ko noon, yung nagbabato ng dyaryo, alam mo ito kay pangalan eh. Pero yung nakabike ka,
Paperboy.
Paperboy. Yan, thank you coach, no? Nagbabato ka ng, dapat precise yung bato mo ng dyaryo doon sa bahay, kundi mababato mo sa bintana, mga ganyan. Those were the good shit na parang simpleng gameplay lang, pero sobrang tuwang-tuwa na tayo, no?
Pinaka-nagustuhan ko na naman sa ganyan kung family computer, Urban Champion.
Urban Champion? Anong gameplay niya?
Yung parang, may kaaway ka, tapos susuntukin mo hanggang malaglag siya doon sa sa Imbornal. So siya, para siyang unang fighting game. Tapos, it's just a 2D fighting game na parang nagsusuntukan kayo just to push each other, sa may, sa opposite side. Tapos kapag kunyari, na-push mo na siya, may nag-aantay na manhole, malalaglag siya doon, ikaw yung panalo. Doon proceed ka sa next
gets.
Urban Champion.
Parang tulakan, gano'n.
Tulakan siya, pero suntukan yun, as in suntok yung gamit.
Violent naman nun. Joke lang. Fighting game guys.
Ewan ko kung may nito. Kung nalaro niyo yung Urban Champion, guys, may nagbabagsak pa na babaeng paso doon.
Ay,
Sa tapat kasi ng ng parang building, may nagbabagsak pa ng paso na babae.
Uso yung mga gano'n eh. Parang yung Papay na game, yung si Brutus naman yan sa taas, diba? Gets.
Ganun yung mga laro.
In terms of family computer, naalala ko lang, nalimutan ko na kung ano yung pinaka-title, yung Kangaroo.
Hangaroo? Yung spelling?
Oo, yung sa spelling. Sobrang
morbid din. Yun ang morbid talaga.
That time, di natin alam eh, no?
Basta nilalaro lang namin siya.
too young to understand.
If ngayon lumabas yun, woke yun.
Di pwede sa bobo.
Ewan ko, feeling ko. Pero, sige. Ako naman nasasagot ang sarili kong tanong, no? Kasi, siyempre, sasagot ako, podcast ko to eh. What made me a gamer, mga tol? Siguro, I think na kwento ko na to ng bahagya sa ibang mga videos natin. Akala ko talaga nung una, Super Mario Brothers. And it wasn't tawag dito, ako console sa bahay. Gaya ng karamihan or gaya ng iba, it's either sa rental or in my case, meron kasing, alam niyo yung mga may tropa kang may OFW na nanay at tatay. Tapos, since medyo malaki ang sahod nila, may console sila sa bahay. So, marami akong ganong klaseng kaibigan na may console sa bahay. And for me, it was Super Mario Brothers na nalaro ko ng pinakauna. Kasi natatandaan ko nun, wag daw namin dumihan yung Nintendo ni Christian. Ayan, kung nakikinig ka man, Christian, no? Tapos, so nilalagay namin yung controller sa likod ng t-shirt or ng sando. Tapos doon kami maglalaro. Oo, kasi bawal mapaltos eh.
Yes.
Diba? And that time, yung pindutan ng Nintendo, medyo maano siya, masakit siya sa kamay kapag katagalan. Lalo na yung sa directional buttons. Yung sa AB, walang problema eh. Pero yung dito, medyo mangangawit ka at matigas siya nung una, di ba? So, yun yung, I think, isa sa mga naging origin story ko. But I remember, I also played Duck Hunt before. Which is sobrang OG nun. Kasi hindi ko alam kung kanino yung barel. Hindi ko rin maalala kung bahay ba to ng tropa or sa amin na. Sobrang vague na niya. But I remember it was one of the oldest games that I played aside sa mga arcade game. Kasi sa console siya eh. Tapos parang CRT TV lang siya gagana. Diba? That time. And then hindi siya pwedeng sa... Meron sa arcade pero I think ibang version na yun. No? Talagang naalala ko yung kasi gusto kong laging binabaril yung aso.
Yung aso
parang
binabaril mo, hindi yun.
Oo, ako pala eh. Di ba pagka hindi ka nakatama, tatawanan ka ng aso. And then for me, parang naging lore na siya. I think meron pang spin-off game, na naging spin-off game yun na parang kapag binaril mo yung aso, magiging horror yung game. May gumawa ng ganung game eh. Kalimutan ko lang yung pinaka-name niya. Pero yun yung mga nalaro kong games aside pa sa mga Contra, Mario, yun nga, yung parang version ng Donkey Kong na si Papa yung gumanap, yung Ice Climber, yan, yung Jario, yung sa circus, yung martial arts na ganun-ganun lang. Alam mo yun, yung naglalakad ka, tapos parang napakaliit nyo lang ng stick. I forgot the names, pero I remember the game kasi before, lalo na kapag may nagpo-post ng nostalgia online, you will remember the game but not the name of the game. Diba? So, yun yung mga nalaro ko, not until, eto na, nagkaroon kami ng PS1. Eto for some reason, hindi ko alam kung paano nangyari. Canon event, siguro, kasi tinatanong ko si mama, bakit ka bumili ng PS1? Nagpabili ba si kuya? Kasi tatlo kami magkakapatid. Nagpabili ba si kuya, si ate? How did you know? Ito rin yung origin story ng question na to. Kasi guys, I think kung hindi bumili si mama ng PS1, hindi ako gamer. Maybe it was just a hobby. Or parang natapos na lang. Siguro baka ngayon, nagtatrabaho na lang ako. Kasi kung hindi nakabili si mama nung PS1, hindi ako makapaglaro ng Legend of Legaia. That started me on my JRPG journey. And then after that, it was already Final Fantasy 8.
Ano kasi yan eh, ang habol kasi namin minsan sa mga ganyan, it's not just, the right to boast na nakapaglaro ng game na to, but the lore and the story behind each and every single game.
And pare, that was aside from all of the fighting games na sobrang enjoy Like, we have Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom, and a lot of things na puro fighting that time. Ito naman yung game na turn-based, pero may story behind it. Tangina pare, naalala ko nung lalaro ko yung Final Fantasy 8, bakit parang movie yung nasalang ko? DVD ba to? Parang ganon. Kasi may cutscene na naglalaban yung simula. Yung kay Cloud at kay Cypher. Squall tsaka kay Cypher. And then, yung love story pa nila, na biglang may kumanta in real life sa game, na madalas instrumental, may totoong nag-play ng music, which is yung Eyes on Me, ni Faye Wong. So, parang that time, sobrang mind blown ko noon. Naghanap ako ng sino pwede kong kalabitin kasi wala talagang tao sa paligid ko. And I think that's when I knew na parang, shit. Ano pa kaya yung mga games na ganito? Ganon. So, that's what started me as a Final Fantasy fan, as a JRPG fan, as a role-playing gamer, aside pa dun sa mga games that we actually enjoy with friends. We have Need for Speed, we have, nung nagkaroon na ng Com Shop Days, lahat ng custom map sa Warcraft 3 na laro namin, Mapa TD, Green TD, Skibby Castle.
Yung 3, ano ba yun? Yung nagtatago yung mga trends sa ano.
Basta yun. Basta yung parang tower defense type, di ba? May TTW pang tinatawag. Fight of Characters. Yan. Yung sila Ichigo, Inuyasha.
Sorry, Shikitono.
Yan. OP yun, pare. Kasi hindi ko alam yung anime, pero alam ko yung name because OP siya dun sa game.
Pero if you're interested to know what animation, gets Tansuki Hime.
Yun, di ba? Hindi ko alam spelling nun, pero search nyo na lang. Google AI nyo, di ba? Tawag dito, after nun, X-Zero Siege, and then here comes yung FPS na. We have Counter, and isa sa mga pinaka-na-addict ko kasi nagkaroon din ng Warrock, Crossfire. Lahat yan, dinaanan ko. Special Force. Pare. Yan. Special Force talaga. I think, isa yan sa mga game na sobrang hindi naman sobra, pero gumaling ako to the point na talagang kilala ko na player or kami ng tropa. Kasi kami yung Imba Jump. Alam mo ba yung Imba Jump? Are, bunny hop sa Counter-Strike di ba?
Sa kanila Imba Jump.
Sa Special Force Imba Jump, yun yung parang nagbabunny hop ka ng hindi ka na pupunta sa ere. Yun yung sobrang solid, pare. That was the time ng computer shop. Nag-skip ako ng PS2 kasi pumasok yung computer shop era. And then after nun, ang haba nun, like buong high school hanggang college yun. And then, parang end of my college days, yung kapatid ko pa din, na parang nag-OFW na siya before, nakabili siya ng PS3. Doon na lang ako uli nakabalik sa role-playing games, sa RPG. That's when I started playing Resident Evil 6, 5, DMC 1, 2, 3. Binalikan ko kasi wala nga akong PS2. Kumbaga, ito rin yung isang magandang bagay kung bakit okay mag-remaster ng games. Kasi there are people that doesn't buy games on day one. Kahit before pa. So, for me, it was those PS3 na nahabol ko yung ibang game, kahit yung Final Fantasy X. So, I needed that boost. I needed those remastered collection para makakeep up ako sa mga bagay, sa mga larong hindi ko nalaro before. Kaya sobrang special ng PS3 sa akin, even though parang when it comes to sales, isa siya sa mga mababa. Kasi that time, there was already Xbox, talagang ang laki ng di ba? Also, yung Nintendo. GameCube, di ba? Hindi ko alam kung time na yun ng Switch, pero yung time na yun is sobrang sikat niya that time. So, and marami na, no? The rest is history. Kasi after nun, nag-uwi ako ng PS4, and then, nung time na nung PS5, ako naman yun na bumili na. Kumbaga, it's my time. Kasi nakagraduate na, may ipon na and all. And nagtuloy-tuloy talaga yung passion ko on playing RPG games. Kasi, kung hindi ko alam kung napansin nyo, hindi ko nabanggit yung nag-mobile games ako, pero Temple Run days, Subway Surfer. Pero siguro dahil nag-Dota 1 and 2 ako, hindi ako na put into ML to LOL. Parang na-intimidate ako sa item building. Sabi ko, hindi na, dito na lang kami sa Dota. Parang gano'n, may pagka trendahing statement. Pero hindi ko talaga napasok yung dalawang game na yun because we are still playing Dota that time. So yun yung bonding namin ng tropa sa Discord. And afterwards, yun na, PS5 na. Even until now, I'm playing RPG games. Yun nga, may canon event talaga sa atin lahat no? Yan, as we go to wrap this episode, no? As we close this episode, as we go to the finale of this episode, gusto ko itanong sa inyo isa-isa. Pare, I know I mentioned na you guys have careers in video games, in gaming industry overall. I know na parang lumaki na siya and parang ngayon, you're keeping it as a career, no? Kumbaga, yun na yung day job nyo. What made you stay in the industry? What made it possible? At ano yung game that still sticks in you when you are doing this quote-unquote day job na? Ikaw muna, Arvic.
Well, ako siguro just to keep it really short, it's my community. Kasi before, I was a host or even part of the gaming industry talaga or the esports industry. Or maybe even hosting. I was a streamer. So talaga ini-stream ko lang yung game. And I want to thank my Anduin HG fam. Kung may nanonood man dyan, yung Anduin Sigrounds fam. Kasi up until now, even though I'm not actively playing Genshin Impact, I'm still updated when it comes to the items and everything. Yung trust sa akin ng brand na you can actually deliver what is needed, what is required in the game. So yun yung isa sa dahilan kung bakit and of course to have fun with the entire Genshin Impact community and to spread knowledge about spending wisely kasi top up to
Yes.
So it's a game of chance So just to at least make everyone aware na if you want to get something or if you want to pay something, just use the money that you can afford to lose.
Yeah.
Wag kang uutang, wag kang magki-credit card, just for you to actually get the game that you want. For the career, if you're good at something, I'm not gonna say don't do it for free, but continuously build knowledge about the games that you are really already good at, and continue making connections. And don't just stick to one game, evolve. I mean, mag-branch out ka.
Venture ka.
Yeah, mag-venture ka. Kasi eventually, they will need more people to actually handle those other games that's just really around you. So yun lang, yun yung may papaya.
Galing. Direk.
Okay. Siguro, eto makaka-relate din kayo. Lumaki ako sa family na puro ka nalang laro. Wala ka nang ginawa dyan kundi maglaro. Kaya siguro ako nagstay dito sa esports. Siguro dahil din napatunayan ko na may pera.
Okay.
Na,
Ganda.
Kasi before, wala ka namang wala ka namang mapapala dyan. Diba? Pero ako, nagkaroon ako ng opportunity to the point na eto na yung day job ko. Eto na yung masasabi ko na nag-enjoy ako at the same time, naglalaro ako. Which is actually my dream. Na, diba, nag-enjoy ka sa ginagawa mo, naglalaro ka, tapos pwede mo nasasabi mo sa mga tao na
Ito yung ginagawa ko.
anong work mo? Well, game related.
Game related.
Ako, sobrang masarap sa feeling na nakakwento mo yun sa mga tao. Minsan iniisip nila na ang ganda ng trabaho mo kasi naglalaro ka.
Naglalaro ka lang.
So, isa yun sa mga bagay na kaya ako nagstay sa esports and gaming. Kasi masaya.
Tsaka I never actually dreamt of because of playing games. Halos naikot ko na yung buong Pilipinas. Nakarating na ako Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Tangina. Ganda.
So yun, doon na lang.
Because of hosting. And because of production.
Oo.
Coach.
Well, yeah, it's really nothing that they haven't said yet, Parehas lang din. But to me, the reason I'm still here is legacy. Right? Because one, before I leave this, or before I stop doing it, if I do, the big if I do, is a legacy. Not just for me or for my brother, but for the entire community as well. Proof that fighting games, sa akin to, this is my own motive, fighting games is an actual esport, like, in my eyes. Kasi ang inisip ng tao when you mention esports, MOBA, shooters, laging ganun. But fighting games on its own is an actual esport. Let's not forget, this is basically contact sport without contact. Right? That's the reality. And yes, the career. I'm not gonna lie. I think I mentioned that earlier na it's too long already for me to consider it a hobby on its own. Right? But it was a wise saying before that if you enjoy what you do, then you'll never work a day in your life.
Totoo.
Right?
Sobra.
Yes. And I've worked hard enough on my other careers before that some of them I didn't like. I think it's time now I do all that I like.
And dito ka happiest. Ganda. Ayun mga tol, siguro just to end this episode, few words lang din kasi ang ganda ng mga binanggit nila kasi we have a host, we have a man in production, and a coach, a pro player coach. Ang ganda lang kasi kita natin na up until now, 2026, it's still possible, it's doable if you actually like it. Kasi I think napakaraming passionate gamers that wants to pursue it as a career. Pero parang bihira kasing magtanong kung saang part doon eh. 'Di ba? Whether you're a live streamer, a host, a play-by-play coach, 'di ba? Maraming klase. And if you just narrow it down to really what you like to do and what you're good at, makakakuha ka din eh. Makakakuha ka din, no?
Yes. Ano lang guys, talagang hindi lahat nabibigyan ng chance, pero once you've given a chance to actually put your foot in the door, dire-diretso mo na.
And madalas to sinasabi guys, na parang you need to do it, passion lang. Ako dadagdagan ko, you need to be better than it. Kailangan may galing ka din, may husay ka din. No? Hindi lang basta puro passion, dapat ine-ensayo mo rin kung paano.
Yeah, getting better is a passion. Right?
Yeah. And ito yung mga halimbawa nun, guys. Hindi ako. Wala pa ako doon. Sila yon, di ba? Yun, mga tol. Maraming salamat ulit sa pag-guest. And the reason why they are guesting, mga tol, kasi this is a hard lunch. Kasi they are part of Nerd Herd. And gusto ko na rin i-announce sa inyo that I will be one of them. Kaya hard lunch to, guys. Gusto ko lang pakita, Andy, pwede ka magpakita dito. And Coach, pwede ka din magpakita. Kasi this was supposed to be a 7-man podcast. Kaya lang walang mamando dun sa computer. So magpapakita na lang muna sila. And gusto ko mabati kasi I want you to meet them. Kasi sooner or later, they will be on the videos that we are making, discussions that we are making, podcasts. And hindi lang ito. Marami pang wala rito.
Welcome natin si Kuya Balls.
Salamat. Ako nandun ako eh.
Hard launch.
Pero yun guys,
The herd
ulit,
launch,
maraming salamat and to even the nerd herds that are not here, 'di ba? Maraming salamat sa inyo. It's about time. No, we need a group so we can discuss more. Para hindi lang ako yung nagkikwento. Para marami na kami ngayon.
Yes.
Maraming salamat ulit guys and I'll keep this short, no? Kasi marami pang mangyayari pang iba. So maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Out na muna kami. 3, 2, 1. Hey!